Hi, my name is Steve Snap. I want to thank you for joining me for this segment on how to use programs within Salesforce for building materials to help you better manage relationships and better identify opportunities within some of your more recurring projects and the retail and or program relationships that you might have. So one of the things that we've done with Salesforce for building materials is we've taken the power of Salesforce and we've tailored it specifically for organizations and sales teams that sell building materials and or architectural products. So the product is designed, Salesforce for building materials is designed to help you manage those key steps associated with selling building materials and getting your product spec'd. And in this video, we're going to talk about this concept of programs. Now, you might not use programs, but the basic element of a program is that if you have a collection of projects that you want to group together, the example I often use is maybe a retail example. So let's say you're doing work in Starbucks and you want to track individual Starbucks stores, but you want to roll all of those individual projects into a program. That's what I'm going to show you here in this example. So in this particular example that I have on my screen, we've got Starbucks. Each program has a name, and this is obviously just a silly name, but that name could be much more descriptive about maybe a certain aspect of what you're doing at Starbucks, for example. A quick little description of the program, maybe a little blurb on what kind of thing we're doing for Starbucks, etc. And then we have a roll-up field of all the associated projects. So in this example, if I scroll over here to the right-hand side, I've just got one project in here. But if I had, let's say, several hundred Starbucks and maybe we were doing something similar or maybe the same thing in every Starbucks, or maybe each Starbucks was slightly different, I would have the ability to see those individual projects and all the individual details that are associated with those projects. Now, if you started on this video and you haven't seen the project detailed video, I'll put a link to that here. But there you can go and learn about specific details associated with how we track details on projects. And so here in this conversation about programs, the idea is that the program is really just an umbrella of the details associated with each individual project. But what's nice about this is that this roll-up field, for example, can roll up all of those child projects into one master value. So you can look at all of your program revenue in a separate bucket than just, let's say, your pipeline in general. Now, I talked in our dashboard video about neglected programs and neglected projects, and there's a link to that video here as well. And in that video, we talk about the dashboards and being able to see what is my chunk of program money and what is the status or what is the health of that particular program. So in this particular screen, I see a program status, red, yellow, or green, which is telling me the health of this program. Now, in this example, the program status is simply based on how frequent the frequency of contact that we may have had with key contacts within this program. But that program status can be formatted, I guess is a good way to say it, or calculated to include a lot of other things. So, for example, you could look at individual projects within a program to see, do we have any projects that are stalled? And if there's a certain number of projects that are stalled, then maybe we should identify the program as at risk. Another concept that we like to play with is that maybe there are certain projects that are being awarded to certain contractors and or other channel partners, and maybe you have strained relationships with those, or maybe you have no relationship with those. So if we're seeing a project being awarded to someone that we don't know, maybe there's some risk associated with that. And so we need to either identify that project as an at-risk project, which I'll show how to do that, or we identify the program status. Now I'm going to show a video, another video here on our channel, and you can see the link to it. We talk about project relationships and how to track that information associated with a project relationship. So again, the point is we want to be able to bake some intelligence into Salesforce so that it helps you as either an executive or a manager, or it helps your sales team or even your external manufacturing reps or distributors if you work with distribution, of developing techniques that alert them to issues that they need to pay attention to and that they need to be aware of. So this is just a quick overview of how we do that at the program level. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put a comment on this video. We really encourage people to add thoughts and questions on our videos because we want to develop a very vibrant community where sales leaders can come and see what other people are working on and what they're learning from, etc. But at the same time, I'd also just like to invite you to subscribe or like if you like what you see here. And finally, if you like something that you see here and you want to talk further, there's a link to my calendar in the description. Please feel free to visit that link, and you can find a time that's convenient for you, and we can talk in more detail about programs or any other aspects of these other videos that we talk about. And thank you. Thank you for watching this video. Before you go, there's a link to additional videos that you might find useful or relevant based on this video. And also, if you found any of this information useful, please consider placing a comment on the video. Our goal is to really develop a useful community where sales leaders within the building material space can come to learn new things and to hear ideas and see what other people are thinking. So any comment, whether it's positive or negative, we'd love to see that here on the video. And finally, if you like this video or you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please click subscribe and like and the bell, and you'll be notified when we publish new videos. And finally, if there's anything we talked about in the video that you'd like to talk about further, there's a link to my calendar in the description. If you click that link, you can find a time that's convenient for you. I'll call you at that time. We can talk through in more detail any of the issues that you're dealing with in your business, and we can see how we can possibly help you. And finally, thank you for joining us. We look forward to getting to know you better. Thank you.